We're going to be expecting some major moves happening for Onyxcoin XCN and how to look into the charts for shorter time frame signals to get a better sense of where Onyxcoin could be going. Of course, this is going to be very dependent on what happens with Bitcoin because Bitcoin is the driver of this crypto markets. If it pumps, especially through its all-time highs right now, that's going to be very good for the altcoins. However, if there is a chance of Bitcoin dumping, which I think is a smaller chance, then that's going to be very bad for the altcoins. So if you guys do want to look into my video that I just did for Bitcoin today, make sure to check that out. Otherwise, you guys are going to be heavily blindsided when trading these altcoins. All right, let's go ahead and take a look into Onyxcoin here. Okay, I talked about this falling wedge pattern that is seen on this 3-day time frame right now, with the price target still valid to be about 2.5 cents price targets. Price targets are estimates only. It could be more, it could be less. Onyxcoin still running within this pattern. Now, this pattern, falling wedge pattern, usually tends to break to the upside, okay? However, always gotta acknowledge the downside risk. Let's take a look into a shorter time frame and see if I can get any more clarity on what's happening with Onyxcoin. 4-hour time frame. Running within this smaller falling wedge pattern, okay? If it actually breaks out of this pattern here, and if it actually breaks out by this point, price target is going to be about 1.6 cents price targets. Now, this will take Onyxcoin basically to the upper trend line of that bigger falling wedge pattern, okay? So this is something to be paying attention to on a shorter term basis. Now, if Onyxcoin does not actually successfully break out of this falling wedge pattern, we could potentially be looking at a double bottom pattern, a bigger double bottom pattern that could be seen on the daily time frame. It could come back down to retest about 1.3 cents, right, before setting up for a double bottom, which usually breaks to the upside. But, that's going to take longer for this market to consolidate, right? So this is basically what I'm looking at for Onyxcoin. Like I said, I think the entire crypto market is waiting on Bitcoin. I own Bitcoin and quite a bit of these altcoins, and my personal opinion here is that I'm still bullish on the crypto markets to the end of this year. And I'll tell you guys if I change my opinion, but that's basically my opinion right now. Of course, not financial advice. Now, this wraps it up for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys want to see more updates on Onyxcoin or any other coins. If you guys have a request in this market, I'll do a request for you guys on a daily basis. See you next time.